Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Houseplantpixie. For everyone that's new to my channel, my name is Monique and welcome back, and thanks for tuning back in to my existing subscribers. In today's episode, I would like to talk about something a little bit different than an indoor plant. I'm super excited about a Protea. I got given a Protea and it's currently already in my garden, but I thought you might be interested. It's an absolutely fantastic plant. And it is the King Protea. It is the biggest flower of its genus and they are my favorite. I love them. Let me know in the comments below what you think. You can grow them in a shade house, and I'm a little bit nervous about the whole thing, and I thought I'll just share with you its journey. Yeah, because they don't transplant really well. So I got given this plant, so thank you very much for giving me or gifting me this plant. You know who you are. It had to be moved and it was fairly established, the size it is now. It came that size to me. So that brings me talking about how long would it take if you do grow a Protea till they flower. If you grow them from seeds, they say it takes about 4 to 5 years to flower. So the one I just received, if it does survive the transplant, I think we will have flowers next year. So I think they're gonna go dormant, but then spring next year. Yeah, I'm so excited. But let's see if it survives. So let me tell you a little bit about King Protea. So the word Protea also symbolizes diversity and courage, which I really like, and they are native to South Africa, and it's also their flower because it just looks like a crown. So I would not recommend, it's not an indoor plant, but if you do want to plant it in your garden, choose a sunny spot, more sun rather than shade. We go out in a minute and I show you this particular plant. Just a few basics. If you do try a transplant, that just is for any plant. It's also maybe repotting not so much, but if you transplant a shrub, a tree, most important, and with the King Protea, I think they're very, very sensitive to getting their roots disturbed. So try not to disturb the root ball. So when you dig them out, trying to, if you have the base, try and dig around fairly generous and then take it out and don't disturb the root ball. Some plants you will loosen the roots a little bit and things like that. Don't do it with your King Protea. So this is it. This is the King Protea. So I built like a bit of a higher trench, so when I water it, the water doesn't run out, and also if it rains, the water doesn't run away from the base of the plant. And I'm just noticing, I think this is a good sign. These were a lot smaller. So yeah, it gets a bit of the morning sun, and then when the sun comes around it will get the full afternoon sun. So I'm very hopeful it will survive. So let's cover a few basics of the plant. So it loves full sun. I also In my research I looked up, it does tolerate a bit of frost, but no lower than -5 degrees. And if you do live in a colder region where it drops below that, plant it in a pot and then move it inside or in a protected area. I would not recommend having it in the ground and then putting it in a pot if you know that where you live the temperature drops below that -5. Yeah, or you have a shade house, and there's lots of things you can do to protect plants from frost. You know, you can put like a bit of hay around them or cover them with a bag, and there's a few options there as well. But if you live somewhere where it's like -20, -10, I would not recommend it. With the size of the flower, as I already said, the King Protea is the biggest of that genus, and it can reach anywhere from 10 to 30 centimeters in diameter, which is absolutely incredible. The shrub itself can grow up to 2.5 meters high, so make sure where you plant it there's enough room, because they don't transplant well. With the pH, they are acidic loving plants, so make sure you check your pH either before you get one or when you have one and it's not looking too flash. Always check your pH. And there's things, very simple things, how you can adjust your pH. If you do have it in a pot, make sure you have a well draining potting mix. Definitely add some perlite so it's well draining, and also do let it dry out in between waterings and don't overwater. But that's like with any plant, but it needs lots of drainage, so I wouldn't recommend putting a Protea plant in a pot in just general potting mix. Definitely buy orchid bark and mix some perlite in with a little bit of potting mix. Fertilizer, you can fertilize it. I would only recommend to fertilize in spring. I'm not huge on using fertilizers, so yes, I will use I use Plant Runner in spring to give my plants a bit of a boost, and every now and then, definitely not in winter, because fertilizer burn is a real thing. If you use too much, you can actually get that brown marks on the foliage, and I just believe the right conditions, the right environment for that plant, and you'll be fine. So I think I covered everything for this amazing plant. I cannot wait to have a flower and see it flowering. Hopefully next year. I do give you an update in a month or two if it's still alive. Please cross your fingers for me that it will survive. Also, very important, just quickly, when you put a plant in the ground, a lot of people just dig a hole, put a plant in, cover it with the soil, and then water it from the top. What I would recommend, if you do dig the hole for your plant, go double the size of the root ball and drench it with water. It's really saturated. During the hot summer period, I would not transplant anything. The temperature, you can't keep up the watering, and a plant gets a root shock as it is with transplanting. So yeah, just stay away from it. Do it in spring, do it in autumn before the plant goes dormant. Like now is the perfect time. Winter is okay too. Just before spring, I think that's a perfect time. We still got rainy days, but we got more sun, and perfect. So dig double, not maybe even triple the size, the hole. Be very generous. And then, while you have your root ball sitting there, give your root ball a good soak as well. It won't hurt it. It's super beneficial. Sit it in a bucket of water, or just have it watered before you put it in, and then you backfill it, and then still water it from the top, but your plant will benefit from it. Alright guys, I hope you liked this video, and comment below what you think about the King Protea. Have you got one in your garden? Have you got one in your shade house? And yeah, I'll see you next time. Until then, stay planty. Bye!